Hello and welcome back to Plan B, Terraform. It's been a few days, as many of you probably have seen by now, either my post or my short update, that I am currently without internet at home, so uploading is a challenge, although I think I can pull off getting this video to you before my internet is restored by using a little sneaker net method. So we're going to try at least to get this available before Wednesday, which would be the first time that I think I can do one I don't know, fresh, but we'll see how that goes. So this episode and possibly the next one will be pre-recorded back-to-back before any comments. So hopefully I won't do anything that'll be too embarrassing. But hey, the day is young. And also, I wanted to also say that I'm going to try to incorporate as many of the comments that have come already as I can. I have been able to read the comments on my phone in certain places, so that works out well enough. One of the major comments is a conversation I had back and forth with commenter Raisins, who suggested that I could divide up the production here of high-tech parts between the 150 aluminum that are coming in from this stuff over here and the 50 that we need from down here. And I didn't gather exactly what they were saying for quite a bit, and then it finally clicked, as things sometimes do. So what we want to do is stop bringing in the train here completely, and instead we want to just bring in the trucked-in stuff and make what we can of the high-tech parts here from the 150 aluminum that we're getting trucked in. So I want to try and push this stuff that way, which is going to be harder than it should be, but that's fine. So for 300 high-tech parts, which is our intention here, we want to make 225 of them here. So that means we need to have... We'll round up a little bit and say we need to have... well, I guess if we're bringing in 150 aluminum bars, that means we need to have 75 polymer here. And 75 polymer is going to cost us... well, it's gonna take 3 of these 4 machines, which we kind of knew about already, so I'm just going to delete one of them. And then it's also going to take 75 times 3, or 225 carbon. And since these each produce 12, that means we need about 12 of these now, but we do need all the oxygen that we're getting from these, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, we still need 300 oxygen. So I'm just going to shortchange it by reducing that. And then I think we can also remove one of these, because we only are going to need to have 270 max rather than the 300, the 300 plus that we were getting out of this. So let's just also delete one of these, and then I'm going to also delete these, and I'm going to delete this one, I think. I was hoping that it would take that stuff. There we go. Almost. That's fine. And I'll put another one right here, and then that should do it fine enough, I think. They'll just kind of hop across the rail with that. And we can actually remove, assuming that you don't need that, we can actually remove this loop here as well, because we don't need it. There we go. And then we will set up another copy of this. We just need one plastic maker to make, or rather we need one high-tech parts maker to consume that 50, because this will consume up to 60. And then we just need the one plastic maker to produce enough plastic polymer, and then we need to have the requisite amount of carbon here. So let's just go ahead and do that over here someplace. And it probably was pointless to take a copy of this, but I'm doing it anyway. Here. Okay, so we have the aluminum here, and I'm going to leave this here because we might want it for other purposes later. But what I'm going to do is put in these, like, in between. Yeah, I think so. Like here and here. And then we want to have from that the polymer. Let's do a depot for polymer here. Polymer. And then we want to have a... oh, we only need one of these, not 2 of these. Let's delete that one. Because these 2 can connect to that. Let's also add a 3rd one of these here, just for reasons. And then from that we need to have a polymer maker, which is a factory also, I believe. Right? Maybe. There. Oops. And I clicked away instead of clicking on the thing. Polymer, and that's going to need to have, if we want Want 50 out of this. That means we need 25. If we're going to consume 50 aluminum bars, that means we need 25 polymer, which means that we need to provide almost a full thing here, but 25 times 3 carbon, that's 75. So that'll be, I guess, 7 atmospheric extractors, because they are 12 apiece. Let's do that. 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then put 2 carbon collectors in between here. There and there. Right here in the middle of the forest. Perfect. And then we're going to need to output these into some, whatchamacallits here. We'll just do it this way. And then we can do a depot here for high-tech parts. And then we'll do 3 over there as well. And then that should just push everything this way, kind of. And then we can do this, and I'm going to put it on this side. And then we're going to route high-tech parts into the town from here, instead of routing aluminum from here into that factory, which means we need to have a separate place here. And the separate place needs to be set up a little bit differently. What we want to do here is actually have 3 of these. Like this. And we actually want to have more over here as well. And they are delivering to that. They're going to be delivering to some of these. Maybe we just do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. And then they kind of share a few of these, and they kind of individualize a few of these, but that should be fine. We're just bringing in more product here. Same thing with these. We need to take more out. So we're going to do this, and that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think maybe the full... Oh, we have one over here, too? Oh, I do have one over there. Who did that? I blame Wally. And then here we also probably want to have a couple more bringing these products in too. I think that maybe one more of these would be good. Just to kind of make sure we have enough stuff coming in and out. And the same thing down here as well. This was also commented. I can't remember if it was at the same time or not. But to bring in more food by doing that, and to take out more waste by doing that as well. I should probably do like a 4th one for the waste, even though we don't really seem to need it here. But that way it takes care of these messages that were saying that there was a problem with the disposal or with the collection of things. By having more of these supply centers and waste disposals, you can load more into them and then take more out of them. What is the problem here? Is this just a traffic issue? Probably. Yeah, I should probably change the way this is laid out too. I can probably come up with a better way to do this without all the trucks. We don't have enough trucks, I don't think, is the problem. But more would probably be more problematic. We can add a couple more maybe to each one. See, then they get jammed up because there's not enough drones here. But if we put one over here, does that help? Maybe even one over here. Mark III depots would be good. So now we need to put in one more station here at town. Over on this side would be fine, and actually we can get rid of this rail that we put in here because we don't need it. Or we could just leave it there, which is fine too. But I think we want to bring this in over here someplace. Just a little spur into town. A little spurious. Ooh, that might work. Oh, not there. Go this way. And then back down again. Like that. And then we can have some depots here. High-tech. And there. And then I want to do a supply, and just one here. There's a big reason I'm only doing one here, and that is to make sure that this gets used the least amount. So by having a bunch of them here, that can all take in the high-tech parts from the recycling. It means that we don't ever back up on the aluminum, and there's 5 of them here that can take in the high-tech parts from recycling. And then we only have 1 here to force this to get used in this case at a 1-to-5 ratio, which is fine as long as it's much less, because it'll use it fast enough if it needs to. Plus, we aren't yet up to the point where we need to have... oh, this one isn't connected anymore because I did that one. Crap. That's not good. That's got to regrow then. Yeah, it's got to regrow. I don't think there's a way to encourage it in there either. So we'll just have to wait. Which means that they're going to connect 3 of them now instead of 4 or 5, but that's fine. It'll be fine. 3 is all I needed, but the reason is because we need more. We actually are over-subscribed already. Okay. Great, that means we got to expand some more of this production. This is the destination. Let's set an origin all the way back over here to there, or from there, or whatever there. And then we want to be able to transport 50 at most here, for right now at least. So that'll take care of that extra bit. We're gonna stop at this point, I think, with this expansion. Yeah, we're up to 312 and then 468 now. So metal waste is still a problem. Is that just because... I don't know why that's... Oh, this isn't connected anymore either now. Doggone it, Wally. Delete that one. Put one in here then. And then once this regrows, we'll connect... That one will be connected again. Did you regrow yet? You did. Great. It won't take long. The city grows. Let's go take a look actually at the main city point, which is somewhere in this neighborhood. Oh, there it is. Because you can't click on... Oh, you can click on other city tiles. That was dumb. We're slightly limited on both. Waste is the worst. I don't understand why metal waste is that bad, though. We've got 6 of them pulling metal waste out right now. It shouldn't be red. And the supply? Reinforced concrete. That I can believe. Because we're still having issues with that getting made fast enough here. And that's a steel issue, and that's a recycling issue. And am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? Yes, and I know these two are connected, but I don't think it matters that much. I don't feel like we're recycling enough. I'm making... This isn't the right number. This should be a 30. It should be 30 cycles. So it should be consuming 90 per, which is exactly 450. Although we are a little bigger than that, so we might need another one of these. Does that help any, or does that just make it kind of worse? And plus, there's potential issues with the trucks and the unloading and everything due to how close this is. So maybe it would be wise to turn this somehow and slide it over here and do away with the trucks entirely. Can I make it fit well? Well, I don't know. You're concrete, you're steel. If I rotated this 60 degrees clockwise, which is 1/6 rotation, I could probably get it to fit in... let me take a quick screenshot or snip of this area, just so I can see what it looks like later if I screw this up. I can put it back. Let's delete... Let's actually pause first. Delete this, delete that. Delete all these roads. Unpause, repause. Delete this. Maybe keep that one. Delete these. Delete those. Delete those. Delete these. I should have kept one. This was... Recycle Center. Let's see if I do... 1... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can move this one down here and maybe even do not that one. And do this one instead. Excuse me, not that one. And then I want to have some steel here. I've got to put aluminum there. Actually, that's not even close enough for that one for aluminum. Crap. What if I put this up here instead? Go another space away here. Your concrete, your steel. Might even be worth it to move this all down a bit. Like, put this down here. Like, even just one more space? No, I might need more than that. But I do need to have an aluminum depot in here for sure. Aluminum. 2, 2, 2. Yeah, we could do this, though, perhaps, for steel. That might work. That might be enough. This would need to... I'd want to move this over here. Would need to move over there, but I'd want to move it. Then we could connect that up, and I could delete these. Let's move this origin to there instead. Deleting these two. We don't need those to be connected anymore. This should still be 150 or so. Yes. This should still be 300 or so. Yes. This should still be 300 or so. Yes. Let's try that out. See if it's any better. I don't know that it's going to be, but we'll see if it's any better. And otherwise we can do this. Move these down. That gives me a little more space up here. Yeah, our concrete's just full right now, so it doesn't really matter. And steel just needs to get unloaded faster. Or recycled faster. This one's too far away from anybody, so it's not getting loaded. I have to put another one in there then. Which means that maybe we don't need this one. I want to keep this network small, because the more depots you have, the harder it is for them to balance. This one should be able to reach there. But they're not loading fast enough. I think we need to have more depots here. You know what might be beneficial, even? If we did an end run. You come back here one space. You come back here one space. You need to be up here then now. So let's move the origin to there again. Sorry. There you go. And what if we did something like this? Oopsie. This. And then this and that. And then we did 3 of these here. And we did a couple of these here. Probably don't need 3. And then we did a truck run around. Yeah. Did a truck run around like this. Go up to there then. Go to here. And then let's do half of 450 to there. Metal waste. No, wait, half of 450, Wally. Let's do 300, that's fine. It's short enough, fast enough, whatever enough that we should be able to do this. Because they just weren't reaching far enough to get that second row. This might end up working better. Or it might not, who knows. Just not enough for the drones to be active. And yeah, Mark II drones would be really nice right about now. How much? You're at the 50. You're at the 51. Okay. The other town's New Baghdad's probably completely stagnant right now. Yeah, 60%. Yep. We are getting all of these out. That's good. We are part of the problem is we don't have enough aluminum coming in yet for that. Are these actually processing what I think they are? It looks like it's 30. We should be able to tell because 1 second is 1 day. So if we count the days from this point, 115, and see where it ends, it should be at 145. I think 1 second is 1 day. I think that's what I read. That did one process in 10 days. Maybe it's not, then. Maybe it's not. Wait, 10 days. Yes, because 10 days, there's 300 days in a year in the game, so 10 days is one process because 30 processes. Yep, okay. And 10 times 30 is 300. Alright, so that's correct now as long as these are running constantly. And they appear to now at least have 2 to 3 metal waste in them, and most times, definitely at least 1. We could probably use a couple more trucks here, just to kind of help keep some on this side. But it seems to be doing a little bit better now. We need another truck here, because I changed it, I made it a little bit longer, so we need a little bit more carry capacity here. But also remember that this town is now demanding more than 300, and supplying more than 450. Who's complaining about... We haven't grown into that one yet. But that's good, and we're still short on reinforced concrete. Yeah. I may have to do the same kind of thing with reinforced concrete, splitting it kind of into 2 adjacent areas rather than having one big area here like this. This is our second design. Maybe have to come up with a third design for this. But I think this works better than the previous design. It feels like it's working a lot better for me, or to me. Although we're still having issues with balance being a little bit off. Four of these can reach that, so that's helpful, and 5 of these can reach the train, so that's helpful. Okay. But the town is stuck now because we're just not supplying everything the way that we intended to be. That became forest. Get out of there. We want that to be town. Yeah, reinforced concrete. And the issue with reinforced concrete is mostly steel, maybe? It doesn't appear to be... Maybe it is cartage a little bit. If I did this, would that help? Possibly. Because at least these 2 drones will be able to snag from either of these to drop it into a truck. And then maybe we need to have another drone port over here too. Let's see, that's far enough? Yeah. I think I'd rather put it over here though. Maybe this one should be there and the truck should drop off here. That might work better yet. Delete that, move this, change this to there. Delete this, and that. Change your destination to there, please, and then clone to there. And yeah, that deleted everything, but that's fine. Make sure this is still at least 300. It's not. There we go. A couple more trucks. That should help if you 2 got off your lazy tookuses and grabbed from there. But I guess everything's getting grabbed fast enough, so it shouldn't be mattering too much. But we're just not producing... Well, I mean, this train's able to carry 441. So, the trains are able to carry 441. So we really only need like 3/4 of the trains full at any given time, and it's getting there, it looks like. Maybe. But again, we aren't producing 312, so it's going to be complaining anyway. So the next thing we have to do is actually duplicate this effort elsewhere, and duplicate it here or elsewhere, and make more of all of this stuff. And that's the tough part, is finding another spot where it's reasonable to do so. I guess maybe over in here we could do some, Or we could push it further over to here, but then we're further from our concrete. Not that concrete's the issue here, but we're further from our concrete supply. Ores... Yeah, we are bringing in concrete from down there too someplace, right? Yeah. And these dams aren't doing a damn thing. Am I still taking this stuff into town? I am still taking this stuff into town. Okay, good. Right, of course we are. Right. That's still our town supply. How's it going with any of this? Any and all of this? Oxygen's still having problems over here. And they're really not grabbing any from here. What if I pulled this back? And I moved this one back to there. And I did this and I did that. Does that make that any better? I mean, yeah, they just all got reset, but... Does that make that any better? Does that give me... more... crosstalk here? And so the same thing might be better for the food also for these towns, is to make the recycled food separate, completely separate from the I don't know, the food that comes from the carbon compost, the inorganic compost, and then make them in two separate areas, and then set it up so that we have enough inputs to handle 3 sets of this for every 2 sets of this. And that might be the better way to do that too. Have another, even just another loop in this area would be okay. No, actually we want it separate. We want to make it far enough apart that they weren't able to crosstalk also. Which isn't that far. I mean, we could put it like down, even down into here would be fine. Like that. But we'd want to have 3 of these and then 2 down here somehow. Actually, that's not far enough. Or is it? That could be far enough. 'Cause I could put like 1 in here, 1 in there or something. Actually, there and there would be the best spots, I think. 2. Yeah, that would be okay. We could do that. And then this. And I think we're going to leave New Baghdad alone, by the way. Let it stop where it's zapped at. Do this. They're not cross-talking at all. They're able to load into those 2. They're both connected to the town. And then we can separate this and break this apart. And do it in a different spot. It can be a totally different spot, even. From what we have here. So we still need 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's just go ahead and set this up. Maybe just up here, like in this area up here. Let's see, we need to just bring in... We need to bring in nitrogen. We could get all the water that we need from local. If we wanted, I think. Let me think about that. We're getting 150 water, I think, from... Let's see. You're bringing 100... I think it's 150. Because you need 30. 5. Yeah. So we need to... we get 150 water here. These guys are going to need 240 water, so we just get the other... 90 water from these here for this, and then we do and then we bring in we just use local water up here, I think. So we need 1 in, 1 out then. Just do like a little bit of a spur here, maybe over this way, or push it more this way. That might be better yet. Look at that filling that fast. Holy cow. That's too far. There. Nitrogen out one side, oxygen, or food out. Nitrogen in one side, food out the other. this and like that, maybe. Let's see. So these are going to need... well, let's actually do food like this, maybe. In there. And then nitrogen here. We'll need to do another nitrogen station also for this. We can go there, I think. Yeah, that's fine. We'll need to make these two in that vicinity. Like that should be fine. They'll need carbon brought in, of course, and then they'll pass their fertilizer like this, perhaps. And then these guys can do something like this. I want to keep them far enough away that they don't auto-connect to that, I think. And then we can do this, and we can do a truck. That's fine, and that's fine. I think that'll be okay. This is going to produce 2 sets of food, so that's 60. No, 120 food. You go there. Foods. Food. 120. There would be good. And then we need to have carbon down here. And that was 10 of those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. 10. Like, oops, and I copied that for whatever reason. Instead of placing. Whoa. My sound just got all wonky. Can I just get away with 2, or should I do 3? Let's just do 3. 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'll work. We need to set up another station down south for nitrogen. And then we need to bring in the water also here. Let's do water. 2 of them, like that maybe. Should be okay. They're within range of that anyway. We could actually just do the water gathering here. We need to have, how many of these then? 30 each. We need to have 240. So that's 8 of these. It's not so bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should be fine. And then we need to set a station up down here to bring that nitrogen up. I think I could just do it over here, perhaps. Like this. And then like this. Oopsie. Nope. I don't know how I got one of those. I do know how. I have the back and forward buttons on your mouse move back and forth through there. And then we do from here. This doesn't need to be that much in now. This will be 3/5 of 150, so 90? Whoa, too far. Let's keep it at 134 though. And then this will be a destination of up in here. What am I doing there? Oh, I'm making stuff there. Yeah. This goes here. Nitrogen. And then you'll be 60. Let's go 74 then. That's good to go. This is good to go. As soon as the nitrogen gets here, we should be all set. And then we need a train to go from here to here that we don't have a station. Perfect. There, I guess. You, origin. Here. Food. And that should be 120. So I guess we'll do that much. This one doesn't need to be 300 anymore. It could just be 180. We'll do 220 there. I already took this down. Yeah. This needs to be deleted now. As does this eventually, but I don't think I want to do it right this moment. I want to burn through some of that carbon, maybe? Or maybe I don't want to bother. I don't need to bother, I guess. Yeah, let's just delete that then. Start from here. That way it deletes the trucks first. There we go. And then the water we'll just have to delete these. So you needed 90 more. We're bringing 150. You need 90 more. There's only 3 of these. So yeah, we're going to drastically reduce this production then too. Let's actually start with that. We're doing this. Let the trucks truck it all over. Just kind of downsize a bit slowly here. Still not pushing that way very well. I mean, they're getting enough, I think, but it's still not perfect. I may also then move this. No, that's actually gonna be, it would be okay. Well, kind of okay. I think once there's less draw here, it'll be better. Okay. Yeah, y'all are working. And this is 1-to-1, right? One compost in 30, one compost in 30 also. Those are moving at the same rate of speed. So they're definitely... Yep. Didn't load very much. Then again, it's gonna go as soon as it gets any, or start moving as soon as it gets any, so... There you go. Good job, everyone. Wait for that last one to drop off and return, or, you know, at least drop off its supply there. Yeah, so they're not unloading that much here because less and less is getting used. No, actually, it's not getting used less than yet. There's just too much here, not enough. Yeah. Bye. I think what might actually be useful is to move the water to be here and here, rather than here and here. So take one of these over there, and move the destination for this loop over there. And that should still be at least 150, and it is. That's good. This can go, and that can go then. That way they're a bit closer over here to this one. Not that they're too far from there, but they're still too far from that. But there's not really anything I can do with that, unfortunately. All these are basically doing is grabbing from here to drop off into here. Like, they're just kind of doing that constantly. That's your job. And I think that might help also with our stability then, too. And we don't need this many of these over here either. Didn't I say 3 of them? Kind of waiting for this to deplete, which it looks like it's doing so now that the nitrogen is gone. So once they've burned through all the nitrogen in the storage there, this will start depleting. These will be gone, and we'll be good-ish. Good-ish. That's probably going to be about it. Yeah, that's it. Nitrogen is gone. As soon as they unload that compost, we can delete those too. That regrew already. Wow, that's impressive there, Mr. Tree. A little bit more to remove here. Might as well let them make all the food we can out of this stuff, I think. We went up a little bit more. We're at 5,700 now. 57,000, I mean. Almost 58. But we're going to have to expand some of these builds in order to go any further. Yeah, look at that. 85% supply. Is that still concrete? Probably. High-tech parts? Wait a minute. How in the heck? I need more trucks than that? Guess I do. I shouldn't. But we might as well unload as much as we can. And how many more trucks I can get on this loop, though, before it gets to be problematic. Learning some lessons on how to arrange these things the best. It seems to me to be that even though the depots have a 2 range, if you can keep it to 1, in most cases, then you're still better off. So that's what we did here. We kept everything to a 1 tile range from building to each depot that it needs. Oh, that's 2 to the aluminum, but we're also only producing 1 aluminum every 30. Or 30 times a year, rather than the 2 steel and especially the 3 metal waste. Might be better. And then how is the number 2 doing over here? You've got plenty, but I'm purposely forcing this down. Food now? Yeah, it's because we're finally getting to that point, I think. And I need to take this one... I did take this one down already. But reinforced concrete is still a huge problem, so we should take some more time to figure that part out. I think really at this point, we just need to make another factory. We need to be able to recycle more. We need to be able to make more steel. We need to be able to ship more of that aluminum over here, over to another area like this. Still gathering up all of these things, and... yeah, see, actually, everything's depleting now because we're getting to that point where we're actually overdrawing. We're at 343 now. So even though my productions were all a little bit over, we're backed up to growing again for a little while there, we're now hitting that threshold where no matter what, we're not making enough anymore because we've outbalanced all of those overproductions that I had set up. So another set of all of this stuff would be the next big step. Maybe we do it over in this area here, that way it's near the concrete, or down here even. We'll need to figure out another setup for train though, and that might mean bringing in more concrete from down here. Where's the other concrete at? All the way down there, or that one there even. Bringing in more concrete, doing more of this, doing more of these builds, or we could even do them down here into the south. We could do it down here, because all we need is concrete and what's is being trained in now. That's it. Why don't we do it down there then? We'll use the concrete from this build, because this is producing to make up for the above, or we could just come down here and build it there and here for here between these two. Make it all down here, maybe on this side or something, in this big open area. We can still train that concrete over, but make it in a big open area, ship it all up here into town, and that'll be some long runs, but you just add more trains and it's fine. We have plenty of trains. So let's leave this here for now, and in the next episode we'll spend some time with that, giving ourselves another set of 450 to 300 recycling, which will last us now apparently probably to the 100,000 point, which is what we're aiming for right now anyways. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.